breaking free from the martyrdom that we had to experience to survive. And for generations, the Black woman, the Indigenous woman, has been taught that we have to bear it all. We have to survive. We have to be strong for the family, to keep quiet, to be the fixer, to be the forgiver, the intercessor, the invisible backbone, even of systems that were broken. But I want to just interject something. That wasn't totally about strength. That was truly survival.
Everywhere I go, beauty finds its way in the little things of every day. A fleeting smile, the endless blue.
You're not what happened to you. In fact, you are not a victim of having a good heart, of actually being somebody that truly, truly loves. And I know this world can make you feel as if you're on the losing end of the stick if you actually, as they say, are a lover girl. It is a blessing to be in this very harsh world and still have a beautiful, loving heart. Most High has shared this message with you at this time through me, because it's time for you to understand that your heart is being repaired. You're moving into a space of actually having a life that is full of thriving through your heart intelligence. You're moving into a space of having full divine restoration, and that is because you have the ability to not constrict yourself, not to shrink, not to become cold, not to love less, but to expand and love more. But keep in mind, this requires boundaries, firm boundaries, okay? And before we get further into this message, I want to share a scripture to lay down some foundation. Proverbs 4:23, which says, "Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." Also, Romans 12:2, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God." You're experiencing having a renewed heart for a renewed life, daughters of Zion. The Most High Yah is blessing you in this season because you've experienced traumas, you've inherited traumas, and the invisible wars that you've experienced as a strong Black woman or strong Indigenous woman. Yeah, you know how to endure, but you no longer have to do that. You're transcending. You're coming out of survival into thriving. You're not just going to be barely getting by. You're going to thrive. And this is through having heart intelligence, where your emotions no longer dictate your destiny. Your pain no longer narrates your purpose. The heart intelligence I'm speaking of is the wisdom of your heart, the womb of your heart, the divine womb. Heart intelligence is a spiritual technology of the Most High. This is you being the embodiment of Christ consciousness. Not everybody is going to know how to deal with your raw energy, your raw love. And this is why it's important for you to assert boundaries. And everybody can't get in. Your heart is a blessing. You're helping increase the frequency in this earth realm for people to actually witness and experience true, pure, unadulterated love. Many people aren't going to be able to understand this, but that's not your problem. You are moving into a space where you're no longer reactive. You're no longer provoked easily. You're no longer moving in fear. You're no longer chasing. You're choosing peace. And from a scientific perspective, science calls the electromagnetic field of the heart something very powerful. This is you experiencing divine intuition. So when your heart heals, when you move into a place of actually being whole, your mind begins to rewire. The subconscious mind is your hidden inner sanctuary. Okay, so this is the container of your ancestral beliefs, internalized oppression, all these things you feel. And you were meant to feel these things deeply, child of the Most High Yah, which is why you may identify as a highly sensitive person, an empath. You may identify as a chosen one. This is because you came into this earthly realm carrying the pain of your grandmothers, grandfathers in your nervous system. And you're now moving to a space where you know how to relieve yourself of that baggage. You're breaking free from the martyrdom that we had to experience to survive. And for generations, the Black woman, the indigenous woman, has been taught that we have to bear it all. We have to survive. We have to be strong for the family, to keep quiet, to be the fixer, to be the forgiver, the intercessor, the invisible backbone, even of systems that were broken. But I want to just interject something. That wasn't totally about strength. That was truly survival. And daughters of the Most High, Yah, martyrdom oftentimes is disguised as virtue, doing things that you don't even feel comfortable doing. These are aspects of residue of slavery, where your worth was measured by how much you were able to endure and not die, not your essence. But the Most High YAHSHUAH came to this earthly existence, Jesus Christ, to relieve you of your martyrdom, to truly resurrect. And in order to resurrect, you first have to die. Aspects of yourself had to die away. And what is being replaced is emotional freedom, financial freedom, and truly having a legacy that you can be proud of. So when you heal your heart, you're breaking the curse. Those intergenerational traumas stopped when you felt, when you went to certain environments. This could have been a family get together, whatever. This could have been even at a work environment, and you noticed things were not kosher. You were the disruptor. You were the catalyst for change. You choosing peace over performance. You uprooted the spirit of bondage that may have plagued your bloodline, but it stopped with you. You should be very proud of yourself because you are tapping into the power of your subconscious mind, the hidden altar, which is not an enemy. You're a holder of ancient records that you felt. And this is why the Most High Yah, Jesus Christ, is cleansing your subconscious mind of the pain, of the turmoil you've experienced, even your ancestors experienced. You may begin to have more vivid dreams. You may be having bouts of feeling emotional, wanting to cry. Let it out. It's cleansing. You may be compelled to fast. It's healing because you're awakening. And when you decree truth over your life on a daily basis, for instance, I am free, I am chosen, I am fully restored, you're beginning to reprogram. You're reprogramming your inner dialogue. Your subconscious mind doesn't understand a difference between what formerly happened and what is happening if you're keeping this thought in your mind now. Don't allow yourself to become enslaved by experiences that may have been traumatic. When you begin to align your new beliefs with the truth of Yah's word, every cell in your body is going to come into alignment, and you're becoming a liberator of yourself and the lineage that's to come from you. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a woman thinketh in her heart, so is she. And this is very true at this time. So daughters of the Most High Yah, daughters of Zion, Jesus Christ, I want you to understand that you're being raised into truly having heart intelligence so that you can thrive. You will not be in a perpetual state of harm. You're not a slave. You're not here to just survive. You are a daughter of divine blessings. The same fire that tried to consume you and burn out your light revealed truly who you are. And you withstood through the test of time. So the same trauma that tried to bury you is something that has rooted you so that you can grow. You are the generational curse breaker. You are the bloodline restorer, the heart healer of your lineage. Let's decree right now, my heart is the throne of Yah's wisdom. I am healed from the residue of slavery and suffering. I release martyrdom and I embrace divine ease. I reprogram my subconscious mind with truth, love, and abundance. I walk in generational freedom financially and feminine dignity. I no longer chase validation. I embody liberation. I am a vessel of heart intelligence through me. Heaven touches earth. So, in closing, remember as you move forward, your destiny is not tied to the past. Your heart is the map. Your spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh, is the compass. All praises to the Most High, YAHSHUAH, Jesus Christ.